Hello, this is Zach Charland, or Yaley, Yaley of Dyson on the Uru Obsession forums. Um, right now, I am inside of a map. I have a height map I've built using Photoshop and Unreal Engine, and this is for the Black Moiety project. Now, the Black Moiety project is a big open world game project to essentially build the Age of Tay, the Moiety Rebel Age seen in Riven, as it would appear today. Now, this project is basically to explore the topic of what would happen to the Rivenese survivors 200 years after the events of Riven during the present day. How would their society evolve? How would their culture change when faced with contact with the Dunny and the art? I wrote the story myself. I wrote the lore. I designed the age myself, based on what little we knew about it from Riven, but also I inferred a lot from the game and tried to expand upon it in a natural way. So right now we're in the Hiva wetlands, which is this region uh, on the western edge of the island. This is the Golden Plateau, which is basically a large high rise of land, a big plateau. um, this is going to be all marsh, all marshy wetland area with a lot of grass everywhere. Over here in the distance, you see it's going to be the Western Jungles, where the Atam clan will live. Those are the clan taking their name from the Rivenese diamond and brown fish. It was one of the main animals in Riven. The Hiva is the word I chose to mean sunner. I thought that was kind of an onomatopoeia word for what the Sunners sound like when you encounter them in Riven. The clan Hiva is basically a merchant clan. They're an agrarian clan. They live in this area. They farm. They harvest fruits and vegetables and all sorts of produce and fishing and all that stuff. Um, they're also one of the least liked clans in Moiety culture. This is what I've written. Black Moiety, we have a Tumblr, blackmoiety.tumblr.com. We have a website, blackmoiety.weebly.com. Soon it'll be blackmoiety.com, hopefully. I'm waiting to talk with Sign over the plans we have, essentially, to see what we can do, what we can't do, what's allowed, what isn't allowed, essentially. I want to talk to Rawa a bit about the concepts I have, the lore I have. Um, I expect this project to take a lot of time. It's why some of us were thinking of doing this as a Kickstarter. I'm not too sure about that because I'm not sure about the legalities and if we were to make a profit, would how much would Cyan get? I think they should get a lot. But all that to say, it's a big project to build an open world Myst game, which is kind of what we want to do. Um, and I was thinking of doing this as a fan project, but some people would prefer it be a full Kickstarter. It would move faster. It would be more marketing, etc., etc. So we'll see what happens. Um, so right now I'm moving into the Western Jungles. So this is the height map. We just try to zoom out here. This is the starting area. There's the Golden Plateau. Here, I'll just move over to the mountains here. Come on. Yeah, so this height map I created in Photoshop. So there's the plateau. There's the crag over there. Here, I'll show an example of the map. Black Moiety. This is a Don's journal. This is some of the lore we have in the game concept. I was going to go over to about what's this? It's the Age of Tay. Here's the map. This is Watson's map because we were utilizing Dr. Watson as a character. That may change depending on Sign's stance on that. So this is the map of Tay that I've drawn up in Photoshop. I was just over here in the Hiva wetlands. It's a nice area here. Next to the Golden Plateau, here's the crag. There's the Western Jungles. Here's where the hive is, called Kilimipo, or in the Sacred Valley. There's the Steam Marshes, the northern wastes up here, the Ashlands, Mount Gen, which is a giant volcano. Here we have the Alim Basin, which is the central urban area. It's kind of a big farmland, wetland area. The Shipwreck Coast, which is sort of based off the Skeleton Coast in Namibia. It's the sort of the main territory of Clan Rem, which is the name I gave to the ink beetles. We have the Wild East, where there's a variety of clans that live. This is an area really rocky. They have these giant kind of pumpkin-like homes called the Gapodo. All stuff I've sort of come up with. Here's different descriptions of the regions. So yeah, basically the story, we're not going to reveal too much, but it deals with the rise of Tay, the rise of the Moiety civilization in the shadow of Dunny, how the two cultures will clash. If there's any kind of imitation going on there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We have a forum. Oh, now it's going to autosave. Yeah, we have a forum, Black Moiety. I think Moiety is spelled wrong on that forum. I think it's forum something. But just go to the Black Moiety website, blackmoiety.weebly.com. So right now it's auto-saving. Unfortunately, can't really show you anything else. There we go. Auto-save postponed. Okay, that's good. So yeah, I can show you a bit more. So over here we have the Golden Plateau, which I'm just gonna fast forward here. Here we go. So here's the jungles. See these mountains? That's actually not mountains. That's just an outline of the landscape of the coastline, or of the swamps, basically. Once I have an outline, I basically brush it out in Photoshop, and I extrude everything inside. So I will extrude the interior of this using selection, and then I just black out everything that's around the selection. So yeah, we're going to move over to the crag. Scroll here. Over here's the edge of the Golden Plateau. Over here we see some islands in the distance. So, sort of a view of Western Tay. This map is, I think it's 6,000 units or something, 6,000 something. I'm not sure exactly what the units, the terms for the units are in an Unreal Height map, but it's pretty big. Yeah, it's 6,000 pixels, I think, in Photoshop at least. See, here we go. Here's sort of, we have this kind of canyon area here. We have this sort of, this might change. I mean, we might make this island a bit bigger here, but this is sort of the Alim Basin is much less rugged. So we have some spires here on the coast. Whoops. Come on. It's lagging. Okay, here we go. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we have some spires here. There's this native animal called the Tishi. It's actually a type of giant wasp-like insect, and they inhabit these spires on the coast. And one of the ideas is that that I have is that the Tishi, when they get really large, and when they die, they're used as their shells are carved out and used as homes by the native moiety in the west. So there's basically 5 major clans. There's Clan Wark, which are basically take their name from the Wark. The Wark have been sort of re-embraced after Riven. Is what I have in mind, is that even though Gen used the Wark to instill fear in his people, somehow either Gen or Catherine wrote the Wark into Tay. There's kind of a dispute as to who wrote the Wark into the Age, but the moiety have come to essentially re-embrace this animal with time. Um, so Wark is the most prestigious, the richest clan, the most powerful, the biggest army, the most cities. Their color is red. A lot of the people in their clan wear these kind of red sashes. We have Clan Rem, which is the ink beetle. They're kind of the main adversary to Clan Wark, and they're closely more tied to the Dunny and the books, and they harvest the ink beetles in the south. Um, we have the Atami, which are the jungle dwellers, who are kind of very, very tribal, very primal. We have what else do we have? We have the Yitram, who are in the north. They harvest the frog. The frog's poison to be sold, and they use it for ritual. Um, what else? Here's the Alim Basin. Um, we have Hiva, which is Sunner, and they're sort of the farmer type. Very kind of more sort of African inspired. And what's the last one? Of course, Sunner, Wark, Atam. So was that 5? I don't think that was that 5. We also have the Clan Squam, which are these kind of reptilian creatures that fly in the west and the north. They're kind of a smaller clan, but they're definitely, that's an animal that's native to Tay. It's actually the animal you see when you arrive in Tay for the first time in Riven, and you see those, looks like giant kind of dragonflies or pterodactyls. That's what I call the Squam. Basically, it's kind of the sound they make. So yeah, here's an example of the southern portion of the island. It's a very, 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 very big map. So over here is Clan Rem territory. There's the Shipwreck Coast over right there, over in the east. This is sort of this should be, or we're nearing the Era River, which should be nearby. I think this is where Ashtasa is, which is the main capital city. So, whoops. Yeah, a lot of the map to the north I haven't developed yet, but that's the dividing range up there, which are these massive mountains. We have, there's the volcano, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's way off in the distance. Mount Gen. Yeah, so this is just the first pass of the height map, which I want to develop further. Of course, there's no models. It's all just raw extrusion. So yeah, that's about it. We hope to talk with Sign. That's what I really want to do. I want to talk with Sign about this because this is a project I've had in my mind for a long time, and I was never really sure about what to do with it. But one day I was just like, okay, I got to write this out. I got to put this on the internet, see what people think of it. And then it was a few people on Facebook on the abduction group who were like, yeah, you got to Kickstarter this. You got to bring this to Sign. You got to turn this into something. So got all this encouragement, and I got a forum going, and I've got some people joining the team, and now we're just sort of trying to figure out what the next stage is. But I have the lore pretty much all written. Just we need art, we need 3D modelers, we need animators, concept artists, musicians. Well, that's a bit later, but sound people. The story is subject to change. Of course, the main plot, that's sort of not finalized, but the lore, the background, the kind of the basics of Tay is sort of pretty much cemented. We're going to be creating the language as well. What little we have of the Rivenese language, a lot of it's been improvised, by myself and Kath the Dragon on the Black Moiety forums, who's a mist linguist. But we're sort of basing it off of what was available in Riven, as well as some stuff that just sounds Rivenese, and we're going to be going from there. So yeah, this all here is sort of not extruded yet. This is just the first pass of the height map. See over here, this is going to be the Steam Marshes and the Northern Wastes. That's not finished yet. This is just an outline. But the south is pretty much done. I mean, we're gonna definitely tweak all this stuff down here. There's the Shipwreck Coast, which is looking really nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You can always join Black Moiety and help us out. We're looking for people, even just people who want to have a discussion and talk about Mists and Riven and talk about what kind of games they want to see, what kind of things they want to see in a project like this, what influenced them from Riven. You know, if you want to talk about Star Wars, that's fine too, because we're hugely influenced by Star Wars. I mean, I think Riven owes a lot to Star Wars. I think I'm really fond of that kind of aesthetic, what you call low sci fantasy. So yeah, this is sort of what it looks like, and we're going to be adding water to this, so this is just all very, very raw. So yeah, that's about it.